walks up. Now this just has this angle, so you're gonna see he walks up behind the camera and then he gets shot and he's gonna kind of like stumble backwards and you're gonna see him fall. Somebody else kind of walks out, you know what I mean, and then you could tell by his reaction when the shots get fired. Didn't happen yet, but you're gonna be able to see because everybody kind of usually recognize when there's a gunshot, right? All right. Yeah, so clearly they hear something, and now, yeah. Okay. Keep watching, keep watching. They're coming out. Now, here's the other angle from the other side. K-Flock walks by the barbershop. Now, there's a lot of conversations that's going to happen because K-Flock, at first is going to claim like self-defense a bit. By the way, here's the thing about K-Flock's charges. I'm giving you a lot, but please just try to like understand what I'm saying. K-Flock first got charged with a murder, but then he got trumped up to a federal charge, which is a RICO charge, which the murder is a part of the RICO charge. So he has a state charge of murder, and then he has a RICO charge that's fed. And really, people were saying that the feds came in because they didn't think that the state was going to be able to put him in prison, and they gave the RICO charge saying that murder was part of a larger criminal conspiracy, which is gang feud. Okay, so this is K-Flock. You know what I mean? Apparently he's wearing some rare kicks. I don't know kicks like that, but nigga says yo, he's the only nigga who's ever killed somebody in some like fucking super rare kicks. I don't know. I don't care about shoes like that. But he's walking with these two females. You see him walking. He kind of looked back. I don't know if he says something or he kind of is looking at the guy. But then the guy, you see, kind of stops. And then maybe the guy was here. You see K-Flock kind of double back a bit. And he's standing there. And then the guy opens the door like, all right, what's up? And he walks down there to approach K-Flock. Okay? So the guy walks, K-Flock's there. And look, you could tell he's like, nigga, what? Like he's almost like he's like they're having words. And then you see that little slight double back. It's almost like he's like either clutching or he's like, nigga, what nigga I do it to you right here type shit. You know what I'm saying? So look, see, he was about to go here and then you're going to see like, nigga, what? Like, you know that type of movement, right? Look, nigga, what? Like, all right, bet. So he's walking down on K-Flock. So K-Flock's like, yo, you got it type shit, whatever. All right, he presses K-Flock, and then, you know what I mean? He's like, all right, nigga, I thought so type shit. You know what I mean? He turns around, K-Flock pulls out, bam, shoots him, right? This guy, you could tell he reacting because the dude just got shot. It's like, what the fuck? He's running. And I think K-Flock at that point, they start running. Everybody starts coming out. And yeah, there's one more angle that I'll show you, and then we'll get into how the court case is I'm doing. Now, I see somebody in the chat saying, Act, this is self-defense, you tripping. Here's the thing about self-defense in certain states. So what we would classify as self-defense, just us being reasonable humans, is that, if you pull up on me and you threaten me and I defend myself, I'm defending myself. But it doesn't work like that, right? For example, if somebody comes to your house, like for example in New Jersey, and they're robbing everything you got, if they're leaving out with a bag of cash and they're running out, you can't kill them. You know what I mean? Your life is in that danger. You could only really kill somebody in places where guns aren't really, like places like New York, New Jersey, even California. You only could really kill someone legally and claim self-defense if your life is in imminent danger. And that word imminent means a lot. Like at the moment, you have to feel like that person was going to kill you or had the capability of kill you through lethal force. Now, if somebody, I've heard this a lot and I'll dispel all the rumors, if somebody punches you in the mouth, and you have a gun, could you shoot them in the face? You cannot do that. You're going to go to jail. Yes, if a nigga is trying to catch a fade with you and you shoot them, in most states, you're going to go to jail. Now, if someone has a weapon on them, for example, let's go to the Lil Tim case with King Von. If someone is approaching with a weapon, the reason why Lil Tim that case never went to trial is because there were people with King Von that was seen as in his entourage and parties to him. That because some of the parties to him started in pretty much almost a damn near jumping of Quando Rondo. They were armed. And when they were armed, it is very reasonable that a grand jury and also the police are going to say, hey, if you're in a truck and you're seeing 30 people walk that is in the entourage of this guy and they're walking and you then find out they're attacking your friend, and you see them, some of these guys had weapons in their hands, it's very reasonable for you to assume that you or your friend's life was in danger and you shooting King Von, that is an actual legal act of self-defense. Also, you're in Georgia, which also has some semblance of what's called a stand your ground law. In New York, New Jersey, California, they do not have a stand your ground law. Let me tell you how stand your ground law works mostly. Once you basically don't start no shit, won't be no shit. That's how I love to explain that law. Don't start no shit, won't be no shit. Which means, again, not to trigger anyone here. Again, I'm not racially insensitive. I am a black man. I am not saying these things to make you feel no type of way. I'm telling you these things because I try to just look at the law as black and white and just try to. And when I mean black and white, not in color lines, but just what it says versus what it doesn't say. So when we think about the Trayvon Martin, George Zimmerman thing, obviously there's a racial component. Not denying that. But pretty much the reason why he walked on that case is because once he it was established by his defense attorneys that the actual violent altercation started with Trayvon punching him. It didn't matter that he was stalking Trayvon before. It didn't matter. None of those other things matter. Now, it matters in our actual conversation, but according to the letter of the law, it doesn't matter. And once, based on a stand your ground law, once Trayvon hit him, he was in no duty and he had no obligation to retreat. He could have stood his ground. And the only thing they needed to prove afterwards is that he thought his life was in danger, which he claims that Trayvon was giving him the beats so bad, he thought he was going to go out of consciousness, and that's why he shot Trayvon and killed him. That's why he beat the case. I'm only speaking law here. I'm not speaking about racial lines. Again, I'm a black man. I'm not here trying to make, again, just how we're talking about law. Let's bring it back to K-Flock. When it comes to New York, New Jersey, California, some of these states that are much more liberal, because they are so heavy on anti-gun laws, number one, it's illegal. It's illegal pretty much for everybody. There's a very small, probably under like 0.001% of people in New York City, which is almost 12 million or 15 million people in New York City. New York City consists of a bunch of boroughs, Queens, all these things. That's what they consider New York City. That's allowed to, let me Google to make sure I know exactly what I'm talking about. How many people in New York City? Okay, New York City, 8 million people, okay? This is almost tantamount to certain either bigger cities or even certain states, okay? Let's look. States with the least amount of people. So when you look at it, Wyoming has not even 1 million people. Like, look, so New York City, just the city alone, has more than all of these states in terms of people, has more than Rhode Island. So add all these states together: Wyoming, Vermont, Alaska, North Dakota, South Dakota, Delaware, Montana, Rhode Island, Maine, New Hampshire. New York City has more people than all of them combined. It's a very dense place. They have fought vigorously to not adhere to constitutional requirements that allows people to have their Second Amendment right, which is obviously the right to bear arms, because if you allow everybody to have a gun up in New York City and everybody's staticky, there's going to be a lot of people getting killed. So they try to make sure people don't got guns. So here's the thing where it affects stand your ground. Stand your ground is going to be a thing where, well, or not necessarily stand your ground, but self-defense. When you use a weapon in New York City, because it's a weapon that is usually most likely illegal to have. And again, they only really allow law enforcement officers, LEOSAs, what they call it, and very few select people to have either the permits or the right to have a weapon in New York City. Because you have a gun already, it usually goes like this. You're breaking the law by having a gun. So while you ever heard the saying when I watch these like police body cam videos, they say never commit a felony. No, they say never commit a felony and then do a misdemeanor or something like that. Basically saying, if you're transporting coke, don't run the red light, right? Like, that's a lesser crime, running the red light, but you're already breaking a bigger crime by having the coke in the back of the car. So when the cops pull you over and you're like, damn, why they find the coke? Why did you go over the speed limit or run the light? That's kind of how it's looked at a bit when it comes to, that's why self-defense isn't applicable. No, and I know some people be like, yo, I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. I get you on that. However, the way they look at it that you should have never had the gun. and you having a gun kind of also shows intent. They kind of almost demonize you for having a gun. Now, granted, having a gun in New York City, usually you start out about 3 or 4 years in terms of a sentence, but they look at that in terms of your defense historically as you having a gun shows already malintent. They don't look at it because of the laws and how it's viewed in a liberal place like this. They don't look at it like you got the gun because you're not trying to do crime. You're trying to protect your life, right? So they look at it like that. So when you claim self-defense, they almost say, no, what do you mean? So you're saying you were already doing a crime and then the crime you're already doing by having a gun, then you used it to self-defend yourself legally? Like, nigga, what are you talking about? That's how they kind of view it, and it's a convoluted clusterfuck that usually basically says most defense attorney will say, we're not going to go to trial if you kill someone, and argue, they'll argue to some extent, but that won't get you off the hook, right? There's no like full defense law, self-defense law that gets you off the hook if you have a legal gun in New York City. Okay, does that make sense? By the way, it's the same thing that applies, and I know y'all might not like the name, but Troy Ave. Troy Ave did not bring the gun in question to Irving Plaza. Taxstone did. He disarmed Taxstone after Taxstone shot him and his man. He then took the gun and then shot after Taxstone, but he then chased Taxstone and he still went to jail. Now, granted, he did cooperate this and third, would help him with time. With time, he spent less than a year in jail, but he did get incarcerated for a good amount of period of time. Basically, New York, New Jersey has laws that says just die. Like these are the places where Texas, Florida, and southern states win. Like even Georgia. New York, New Jersey says just die. But before you die, call 911. That's your only legal right. You don't again. Now, granted, I wouldn't advise anybody to do that. If you have a weapon, I would hope legally defend yourself. Of course, if you're doing it to defend yourself, even if it's illegal, I would advise you the same thing. And that's how it gets into this K-Flock thing, because the K-Flock situation then becomes, well, yeah, he shouldn't have an illegal gun. And some could argue that maybe he started that altercation. And see, that's the thing too. He started out, maybe he could have walked away. Places like New York, New Jersey, it's on you to de-escalate and walk away. You know what I mean? So now it becomes, okay, all right, let's say you did use the gun. Did the guy have the gun at your head? Was he about to shoot you? Was he putting it back in his pants? They have these stupid ass laws like in New York, New Jersey, and like these other places. Somebody pulls a gun on you. Say you got a legal gun. They pull a gun on you. As long as they're putting the gun back in their pants and turn away, you can't shoot them. This is why they always say, which this might help K-Flock. Shit, I learned it in my CCW classes. I got license to carry in all 50 states, and trust me, I do practice on doing it. If you're going to pull a gun out, make sure you use it. And if you're going to use it, you might as well kill him, at least in New York City and Jersey and these places. You know why? Dead man tells no tales. You know who not going to show up to testify against K-Flock? The nigga he smoked, unfortunately. Not unfortunately, but the nigga who he smoked. That's just really reality. I'm not trying to clown that person or his family who's grieving him, but that's the reality of it. So that's going to help K-Flock, but these cameras won't. And the fact that he's in New York City just won't. So I think I've given you a good background of how this case is kind of shaping up. I'll finish playing the rest of this and we'll play what's going on in court. Okay, so you see that? Kind of, right? Yeah. You see he's calling 911, I would imagine, right? Is there another video? Okay, so there's a video from back when. There's another video. K-Flock's looking back. You can see K-Flock supposedly is clutching. Right? Or you would imagine, because he just passed the thing, I think. He's kind of clutching. No, this is the guy right here. The guy is, remember I told you, the guy starts walking at them. K-Flock is with his younger relative, so he's keep walking, but he's talking shit over his shoulder. The guy's walking, like, nigga, what's up, nigga? What's popping, nigga? What's good? The dude kind of stops, look like K-Flock's still mouthing off, and then he's like, nigga, what? And he starts walking down on K-Flock. You're going to see him start walking down. Remember I told you, he's like, nigga, what's up, right? So now he's walking up. I bet. Now, this is going to be very important because, so let me give you the whole pitch right here. For K-Flock to claim self-defense. So when the dude got killed, when the ambulance came and the EMT came and they actually put him in on a gurney, they found a gun on him. So he had a weapon on him. So he had a gun, right? Now, what these videos don't show is this guy having the gun aimed at K Flock. Now, granted, there's no self-defense law, but any jury might be like, a reasonable jury might be like, well, I know he shouldn't have the illegal gun, but would you expect him to do? Just die? Like, you know what I mean? Just argue this shit in heaven court? Like, no, like, okay, send him to jail for like maybe like 10 years, but like, bro, it is what it is. Like, he's alive. And that other nigga pulled the gun first. What's not shown clearly on any videos we've seen is the guy pulling out the gun first. You see the guy walking up now, like he's like, nigga, what's up? Oh, what? So he's walking up, but you don't see him with the gun out already. You like, actually, you see him kind of zipping it up. He ain't even really clutching. We seen, even with K Flock got his hand in his waist, almost like, nigga, what? Like saying something, but he's talking over his shoulder at that point. So that's going to be, I know they got other, but his hand is in his jacket. There is other video footages, but we don't have those at this time, right? So he walks up and then whatever. And looks like, here's the thing, and this is going to hurt K Flock's case a bit, right? Now, here's the thing. Remember, K Flock's story is, yo, I'm walking with my, like, I don't even know if he's denying that he had a legal gun, even though they're not admitting it, because they didn't find it on him. They found it around the corner. I think they tested it for fingerprints and also ballistics, and they realized that was used, and they matched the clothing to him, so they know that he did it. If I'm talking fast, I'm sorry, Chad. I hope y'all keeping up. So cool. Here's what's not completely yet like set in stone. K Flock's story is, yo, he's the one who pulled the gun on me. Like, bro, like, if that's me, of course, you know, when you're on defense, you're never gonna just admit anything. So he's gonna be like, if that's me, even though they have pretty much good proof that it was K Flock wearing that clothing, shicey, whatever, cool. But he's gonna say, if that's me, why'd he pull a gun on me? Here's what the prosecutor is saying. If you're saying he pulled a gun on you, and by the way, they probably have a clearer footage, maybe across the street or somewhere else that they probably pull security camera footage from. But if they only have this, what's going to be used against K Flock is, how did you have all that? It don't seem like you had all that. We don't see him with a gun. And how did you have all that time to react? Because it looks like as soon as the dude walks up, he pops him. Look, he's off camera. Let's count the seconds. 1, 2, 3. The guy's already shot. You get what I'm saying? So that's going to hurt K Flock's case because we see him on camera and we don't see him with the gun. But then I think K Flock is going to say verbally, he said, nigga, I'll pop you right here, nigga. Like, what's popping? Like, yo, what's good, nigga? I'll shoot you in the face right now. What's up? Nigga, say something else, nigga. Told my dad's almost, like, whatever. Like, probably anything, you know. So maybe verbally the dude is saying something, and that could also be used by K Flock to be like, yo, again, we're going to see if he admits that he was there. But, yo, the nigga basically told me he's going to kill me, and his hand is in his thing. He's clutching, which the best thing that ever happened to K Flock, the dude is found with the gun on his person. So the dude did have a gun. And again, the guy's dead. Even if he was alive, he probably wouldn't take the stand. So K Flock gets, and his lawyer gets to make up what happened. All right, well, yeah, yo, he was gripping his gun saying, yo, nigga, you better have it on you. I'm about to send you to heaven, nigga. I'm about to send you to go with your other dead friend, whatever. Who cares? But what's going to be used against K Flock is he shot him hella quick. Right? As soon as he goes off camera, 1, 2, 3, shot already. So pretty much within 2 seconds, he gets within maybe 6 feet like COVID, nigga. Bam, bam, bam. Over. Okay? Kills him. All right? All right. This is another footage. Now, this is way back. Okay. Yeah. Again, what prosecutor's going to use, K Flock is already gripping heavy. K Flock got a hand like this. Right? Da-da-da. Right here. Okay. No, okay, we see that one already. Never mind. Okay, all right. Now, cool. By the way, the guy who got killed, his name is Oscar Hernandez. I want to show some reverence to him and his family. Rest in peace. So, the jury selection has been already chosen in this case. And with this particular jury selection, we don't know how many men, how many women, but let me go all the way back. Shout out to Inner City Press. Again, when it comes to, and I think this is federal court. I do believe I think this is federal court, because usually covers federal court shit, not necessarily state court, but he does cover state court as well. But I'm wondering if this is going to be. Here we go.
Here at the Southern District of New York Courthouse today, Tuesday, March 11th. 2025.
Here we go.
It's a day of trials. First, we are covering Mahmoud Khalil. In fact, yesterday, we as fast as we could put the habeas petition up. You couldn't view it in Pacer. It was kind of difficult to get. It's done as MK. It's a kind of a strange. It's not as transparent as it could be, but we did put it up, and we'll be covering Wednesday's 11:30 a.m. hearing by Judge Furman, who's put the kibosh on the deportation. But the trials, 2 are beginning today with opening statements. They began yesterday with jury selection. We were past 5. One is the Iran murder plot trial, where Masih Alinejad was targeted by Iran. It's Kevin Perez, a.k.a. K-Flock,
Here we go.
a drill rapper from the Bronx, charged in a RICO case in which most of the other defendants have pled out. One of the prospective jurors said, I know his music, and he was knocked off. And one woman said she lives in Yonkers and has teenage kids, and so didn't think she could be fair because of the gang elements of the case.
Okay, so this is the reality of going through these, jury selection. Basically, somebody said, yo, I can't be fair because I come from this, like, I live in them projects. They be talking, this is the thing about drill music is so real. Like, they're not talking about fictional places. These aren't places like in some other atmosphere. They're talking about actual projects. And if they're polling people, remember, New York City stacked upon each other. So even if you don't live in them projects, you got people that live in there, or like, again, people are kind of scared. These kids are down to kill for nothing. Like, they're down to die. And also, here's the thing: K-Flock is a beloved person from, and also a breadwinner from that area. Some people might not want to be on the stand to either be not only a witness but even a juror. I mean.
The government is trying to use the music and lyrics as evidence. I don't know if they really...
Now, that's also important. So part of the trial, and I guess I have to read into it a little bit more to see if it's been decided on. Usually that gets decided during pre-trial. K-Flock has a bunch of inflammatory lyrics that basically says what he did then, he always planned to do. He's like, yo, even in traffic, I'll up it on you niggas. Like, yo, like, I mean, you could read like his lyrics. It reads like almost like a self-biography type shit. You know what I mean? PSA. Wait. No. Why search up Kendrick? What the fuck? K-Flock. So let me see. Is You're Ready, right? Like, is You're Ready is a... If you read the lyrics to this, of course I would want to use it because it tries to help give context and intent, right? Go ask my ops to get ugly. I could do like Ice did to Sonny. Now, if you don't know, this is a reference from the movie Paid in Full, where Ice basically kidnapped Sonny, which was like a son. It was the son of like his cousin or like his nephew, but the nephew wasn't looking out. But basically, he said, "I'll kidnap a nigga. Think I'm lacking," which means he don't got a gun. That nigga a dummy, which I mean he did have a weapon. He think I'm a rapper. He think this shit funny. Okay, bend both ways. Flip through the fours when I'm yelling, Dubsky. Don't run, don't trip. Now again, here's a problem with introducing lyrics. K-Flock has thousands of pages of lyrics, or not thousands of pages, but he has a bunch of lyrics where he's literally saying, "Don't run when I'm chasing you down to kill you." And then there's videos where he's chasing after people to kill them, like literally. So they're saying, and this is why they want to use lyrics, because they're saying, yeah, this guy's not just rapping about fictional shit. K-Flock chase ops. Like, yo, he's actually chased his ops before. Look.
Go through this. Bring that ass over here, nigga. Or niggas think.
Look, he's.
I'm not feeling it. Hold on, stay right here. I'm about to
Yeah, he's actually chasing his ops.
Think under a car. Nigga, good, but not on live. Those my own. No reason. Get the fuck out of here, that nigga.
Yeah, he's really like chasing people like that. Like this nigga was something else. Yeah.
Get back in the car.
Yeah, nah. Look at this.
Yo, fuck it, Johnny. Fuck him. Fuck him. Yo, bro, hop back in. Hop back in.
Look, this nigga was Lil Jeff, King Von, and everybody in one. This nigga was just out there.
He right there. Where? He right there. Don't run, nigga.
So you see why prosecutors want to use it? Nigga, he's chasing somebody down, seemingly probably with a gun. He's trying to kill a nigga. He's saying don't run. Then he is in his lyrics. He's saying don't run, don't trip. They know my bop like Mr. Throw more than 6. By the way, these lyrics are clever as shit. They know my bop Mr. Throw more than 6. On a revel, on lift, hop out gang, up it on him and his bitch. Fuck it, I'm in fashion, and I bet I'll still up it. You see why they want to use it? The nigga was dripped the fuck out. He got better clothes than I even wear to like an event. He was that dripped out when he killed a dude. Fuck it, I'm in fashion, I bet I'll still up it. He said he the fastest. Don't know where I'm running. Fuck it, back out, putting the beat on in public. Gra, gra. Keep dumping. Eat up, baby. That kid ain't on nothing. Oh, I ain't gonna lie. This nigga was a demon, man. Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. This nigga was playing GTA 7. This nigga was a demon. I've never seen. Yo, this nigga was making hits, running down on ops, live streaming it. I ain't gonna lie to you. With all due respect, Lil Jeff ain't got nothing on K-Flock. This, first of all, K-Flock make better music. K-Flock was live streaming himself. It's not like he was like doing invisible drills, nigga. He's like, I bet, yo, we about to go kill. Nah, he ain't say that, but he's like, yo, we about to go, you know what I mean? Yo, we on the ops block right now. Yo, where they at? Yo, join the line. Where y'all niggas at? Yo, is that him? Don't run! Like, yo, this nigga he's a demon. You know what I mean? Look, he says, on J Rip, I had most of them ducking. Stop putting names in your songs. You all right, something's wrong. Been through my block, show me how you perform. Oh, shit. He said, been through my block, just show me how you perform. He said they can't wait till they catch him. What? Okay, let's get it on. EBK bitch, I'm feeling like Melly. He gets shot if he toting on Kelly, make it sexy. Bitches get shot, it get heavy. Like with the Nesty, my 45 holds 6, throwing deadies. Where is his bestie? God damn. I think, is he talking about Raji's? Oh, shit. In the ground, LVK, you with Mexi. Holy. And Free Fetty. Yo, this nigga said he's Mr. Up It and Pop It like confetti. Is you ready? We been the block. No, we been through the block, leaving messy. Said, bitch, I'm a stomper. I don't really step. Nigga, I'm a vet. I'm a demon, so watch who you check. Always list, say less. I don't slid with a 9, a Trey Pound, and a tech. Bow, pow. Oh, my God. Says, see ya up. Fuck it. I want to wreck. Catch. Oh, my God. This nigga was a demon, bro. Nah, K-Flock was on one, bro. Yo, his lyrics read like a movie, my nigga. I ain't gonna lie to you. His lyrics might be even more vivid. Nah. Von lyric is more vivid. Von lyrics is more vivid. But this nigga right here, nah. Yo, with all due respect to Lil Jeff and all these other dudes, Noah Scurry, K-Flock was him. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. I've never seen a nigga in real time hunt people down. Real time. I've never seen it like this. Nah, this is crazy. K-Flock Op Spotter. Yo, his lyrics was pretty much that. Hold on, we gonna get back to the shit. We just gotta show his lyrics some love. You feel what I'm saying? Hollows hit him and ripped through his neck. Bitch, fuck a fight night. I'm quick to back. Oh, no. Hollows hit him and ripped through his neck. Give a fuck if he had on a vest. Spit on my set. On that shit, you get left. Bitch, I'm shooting till it's ain't nothing left. 40 so loud, it got me feeling deaf. Niggas so broken, upset. I don't want to fuck, bitch. I just want a neck. It said when I spin, it's a highlight. Bitch, fuck a fight night. I be quick to back up my pipe. She can't tote. She not my type. Shooting off eyesight. The way I bend blocks. Niggas got me on hots like, don't bunny hop, you get shot on the spot like, oh my God, this nigga is crazy. Nigga said, stay with a stick till he said, I ain't trying to get buried, my blicky jam. He was lucky, caught him in traffic, why he ain't done? Said, pussy boy, you try to bluff me, back out the blick before you could even rush me. Pour some ace, don't even touch me, could get physical when I'm off the muddy. All red, I feel extra bloody. God, nah, this nigga was crazy, I ain't gonna lie, K-Flock was him. K-Flock was him. I'm sorry. What's the other joint? Even Shake that nigga. And the crazy thing is, the songs he was rapping and shit on were hits. That's the craziest parts. Like, with all due respect, Lil Jeff couldn't rap like that. Let's be honest. Lil Jeff, I love your people, and, you know, rest his peace his soul. But that nigga couldn't rap like that. K-Flock was over here rapping like it. And also, I don't know if you ever seen K-Flock interview at Rolling Loud. This one I knew this nigga was a complete demon. This nigga was over here, looked like the whole time he's getting interviewed, he looked like he was looking for a nigga to kill, bro. You get what I'm saying? This nigga was on some different type of shit, bro. Nigga was on some different type of shit, bro. K-Flock. Let me see. Oh, Brotherly Love, too. Brotherly Love was crazy. By the way, I feel like the beats back then were, like, way better. Let's get to... Shout out to Dougie B, but let's get to K-Flock. That's on bro when I up better move. With a deuce, I'm a fool. I go, cool. 22 long rifles, shit long like a broom. EBK bitch, we don't pick and choose. If I slide and he run with him, he getting boomed. Even bystanders catching with this nigga. I told AC, bro, watch what I do. Spun through the 8, up my fingers, they flew. Cause they know what I usually do. Like, 30s are better, we spinning through. If he ain't up, ain't no telling me cool. And by the way I went out for y'all, they wouldn't do. And that's on bro. I go dumb with a deuce. So don't question my loyalty, nigga, you fool. And by the way, this is why they want to use these lyrics. Because, yo, he's rapping about sliding for niggas. And apparently one of the niggas who done snitched on him, he shot a nigga for. So one of the niggas that's telling on him, and this is why this case is now starting to take national attention, I guess. One of his homies got shot. He figured out the guy who shot his homie, and he went and shot the nigga back. Yo, K-Flock's a demon. Yo, you shot my man, I shot you back. Guess what? The nigga who he shot so his mans who got shot, that he shot the nigga back for, his man's told on him, bro. Be like, yeah, K-Flock shot the nigga who shot me. He's like, what? It's crazy. Yo, he says, yo, I threw 10. Yo, this is crazy right here. He said, they say, K, you be bugging, just pass on. The first one I see, he getting packed off. Dougie B catching alleys off backboards. I threw 10. Dougie let off the last 4. Like, better run, cause I shoot with no sympathy. DOA, bitch, I'm dumping on anything. Oh my God. Pray for his soul. This is how you knew this nigga was just not a rapper, bro. Just listen to this nigga K-Flock at this interview.
Crazy. But next year, just talking to the mic, next year y'all probably gonna end up being on the bill and everything. It's gonna be really dope. Right now, you got the song "Not in the Mood" with Lil TJ and Fabio Foreign. Man, how does it feel to work with two, legends in New York like that?
That shit feel good. I ain't gonna lie, TJ, that's my boy since young. Feel me? So
How does it feel to have such a big song, a big viral moment right now?
Yeah, that came fast. Like
you could tell, B-Lo was getting into the rapper like persona. Yo, this nigga K-Flock looked like he was just a gangster nigga.
watch this.
we got a good Christmas.
Yo, the nigga showed up to Roll Loud like this nigga. He didn't even get his hair done, bro. Like, this is how you should know, bro.
Oh,
It's gonna come.
say, watch this.
We got a good Christmas gift for y'all.
Thanksgiving. Hola.
Like,
Oh, like, the
You heard like, nah, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
process of being an artist right now.
Yeah, he ain't no, like, you could tell, bro, he was still a killer, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it a pin, you heard like, nah, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Nah, and they're exploring too though,
Yeah.
feel me? Like, experience more, feel me, and other people, feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's how you get to
yeah,
know more shit, like,
yeah.
experience more shit.
It's
Any
just,
plans?
I don't know, it feel good, like,
yeah.
I don't know, I feel more open, like, I feel like,
You feel like
nah,
it's
like, you know what it is? Cause like,
talking to
you know what it is? Cause like, I used to always think though, like, to myself, like, feel me? Like, I was always in juvenile, feel me? So I used to always think like,
Yeah.
how the fuck I'm gonna make it before 18? Like,
Hell
I ain't
yeah.
gonna lie, like, I see my son TJ do it.
Yeah.
Feel me? Like,
yeah.
my son then came I was on a home pass. My son came, made his first track, resume, showed me it. Next week, my son went viral. Feel me? Like, I just see this shit happen. So like, I'm looking like, I never thought I'd become a rapper though. Like,
There you go.
you got
No
to
bad.
love, though. Like, I'm not a rapper. Like,
No,
I
kizzy.
never, like, that was never me.
So, what did you guys envision you were gonna do before rapping?
What do you think K-Flock envisioned he was gonna do, gang? Listen.
I ain't
So
gonna
I ain't
lie.
gonna
No, I
lie.
thought I was gonna run it. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna lie.
running up off the street shit. That's
Yeah,
how we
I'm,
think.
I'm outside. I thought I was
feel
gonna
me?
run a mail outside.
Oh my
yo.
God.
We ain't know.
You could tell.
Life was serious, like, you know, we played around, trying to just make money, regular shit.
Like they always say, it be the niggas that don't even be trying to really make it.
Bro,
Yeah.
for real, I didn't even try to be up here. It just happened.
That's what I'm trying to say, like,
I didn't go
yeah.
to school for this.
Feel me, like it's niggas that really that's nice that been rapping for years that still ain't making it.
And that's a fact.
They can't even fathom or get to where you're at. There's people with 10
That's why it's
plus
a
years
blessing.
in.
But it's too much money in here not to share, you heard? Like,
Yeah.
That's a
not
fact.
to be posting your man's music to get noticed by a label. Like, I ain't gonna lie.
Real shit.
You gonna run up mills out of these niggas, you heard? Like, everybody from our block that rap, like,
Before rap, like,
middle
before
school,
like 6,
crazy. My son TJ shit, this show, King Vaughn and shit.
yeah, like.
Look.
This is some of you guys' inspiration in music. Like, what made you guys want to do it? Who you guys listening to?
Like Lil Baby and shit.
King Vaughn and shit.
Yeah, like Chief Keef.
Who you guys listening to?
Like Lil Baby and shit.
King Vaughn and shit.
Yeah, like Chief Keef and Lil Baby, G Herbo.
Little baby and shit. Yeah.
Like that.
Dirk.
Yeah.
Be like,
Von Dirk.
but like when I listen to their music, like the nigga that really like wanted me to make music, to my son Vaughn for real. Like
Vaughn, man. This like baby Vaughn.
I put my category like
Yeah.
like your type of shit he rap about for me and shit. That, like, I fuck with my son Dirk enough for me, like, but like Vaughn really was when that bitch start rapping and shit for me, like,
Damn.
like listening to my son.
And y'all gonna get to see Chief Keef today.
Word?
Yeah, Chief Keef performing, man.
Word, say that.
Sosa is performing. It's about to be fucking lit. He finna
Nah, with all due respect to Sosa, this nigga was a Vaughn baby. Like Vaughn created K-Flop, nigga.
blow New Jersey. Y'all gotta hit
For me, that's the first of the first. Imagine a week before.
ready from K. I was like,
I ain't gonna lie, word.
Yeah.
Like before I drop, is you ready? No more than 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. This nigga was a goat, bro. You can tell this nigga was not a rapper, bro. Anyway, all right. Let me stop fanning out. That's my boy. Musically. All right. So let's figure out what's going on with the trial.
Really should use that. If they have enough evidence, just do it, you know? The idea...
And I agree with him. If y'all have enough evidence that this guy killed this guy, why are you using lyrics? Now, granted, I would counter him by saying, if this is the federal case, oh, it's a RICO case. Never mind. So it says Bronx Drill K-Flock RICO case, which includes the murder. A lot of times in RICO cases, they want to use lyrics to kind of prove that this enterprise was doing a lot of things of promoting violence. They were rapping about violence. The violence was being seen. The violence was being, disseminated. They were affecting people. It goes towards the entire organization.
Of using the lyrics bothers me. Anyway, I'll be covering it in a few short moments before Judge Lyman. In the Javis trial, speaking of trials, yesterday, finally, a big development. The U.S. has a witness called Patrick Vavor with a strong French accent. And he was basically laying it on strong that Charlie Javis said she didn't want to end up in an orange jumpsuit. Very damning testimony. Then on cross, they said, weren't you interested in Charlie Javis?
Okay.
They data dumped these.
All right. So, cool. So now let's get to all of this. So, and by the way, K-Flock is a certain self-defense, but usually the status quo on what self-defense is usually considered is that in New York City, that's a losing way to beat a case. Now, granted, I mean, he could possibly still win, but he's definitely going to go down for the gun, right? But also, here's the thing. Even if he doesn't go down for the murder, like maybe some of the behavior still considers, and that's why they charge him with a RICO, right? So, okay, cool. RICO in terms of murder or RICO for weapon possession or just assault, it still has a high amount of years. Okay, let me see. Where is this? Where it is? Okay. Here we go. All right. Okay, where? Where is this shit? All right. So let's go through what was said 2 days in court. So basically, the AUSA basically did an open and said, yo, you will hear, these are opening statements, right? You'll hear from the defendant's own music videos and witnesses, including one who also killed a rival. What? The defense says, yes, you will hear his rap lyrics. Who's on trial here? Is his rap lyrics on trial? The Bronx is rough. Being a rapper is not a crime. K-Flock is not on trial. So they're saying Kevin Perez, which his real name, is on trial. The defense says, does Kevin Perez has a right to defend himself? Yes, he grew up on Kelly Street, moved to 187, Sevside, Little Italy, is tree line. The AUSA says objection. Judge says overruled. It says his earliest memories. The judge says sustained. It says just playing music can bring law enforcement there. He was influenced by Joe Music. DOA is a rap collective. Dollars over everything. Influence was his ticket out of Sevside. The killing in Harlem, he turned himself in. Hernandez followed my client. It says he's also charged with a violent incident on November 10th, 2021. There's no warrant at that time. They have a confidential informant. And so a federal indictment in 2023, RICO is a complex law, blah, blah. Defense says no OY was a victim in the evidence in this case. Walking through a park is not a crime. Op could mean several different things. You down with OPP? That's you and me, right? They can say that, right? You down with OPP? Yeah, op could mean everything, right? Follow your oath. Be fair. Thank you. So this is what the defense is saying. So, we skipped the prosecution thing. So this is the defense opening statement. So now the jury, this is the prosecutors. They're going to plead their case. They show, let me get this light. It's a heavy light on my face right now. Pause. Sorry. Okay. It's a little bit better, right? No? Okay. A little bit better. Okay, so it says, so now the prosecutors present their case. The jury's shown 151 Street video. Hernandez is dead on the sidewalk. A man is yelling, they just killed my boy. Cross-examination, it says, are you aware my client turned themselves in? Detective. So there's a detective. So the first witness is a detective, okay? He said, I was at the 30th precinct. We heard gunshots. So basically they show the video. The detectives say I showed up on scene. Like this is not going to be that pertinent. And the defense basically came out to question the detective, saying, "Are you aware my client turned himself in?" Yes, K-Flock did turn himself in. The detective says, "I'm not aware." The next witness, they bring another witness, Jarrell Soto, who's under subpoena wearing a turquoise cap, says my brother Waskar got shot. I was with him. AUSA says, where were you? He says, I was in a barbershop. He said, my brother walked out and said, who are you? And the AUSA says, did your brother, the guy who got shot, Oscar Hernandez, it says, did he threaten anyone? Soto says, no, but he got shot. So, again, this is also a very interesting thing. I'm not saying that everybody, so apparently this guy, Oscar Hernandez, was a gang member, right? His gang is beefing with K-Flock's gang. So, allegedly, his gang, supposedly, so his gang, K-Flock's gang is beefing with this guy Oscar's gang, right? Now, Oscar's family is now taking the stand to basically saying, my brother wasn't in no game. My brother didn't do anything. My brother just got shot like a innocent bystander or whatever. You know what I mean? He was just a civilian. So basically the brother, right, is saying his brother is a angel who got shot. There's a third witness, another detective, right? Rachel Crawford out of the crime scene unit. There's photos of the blood on the sidewalk, and they're showing these things. But I'm going to look to see if there's any additional things. Slow presentation of the evidence. This is third. All right, cool. Remember, there's no video or pictures allowed in federal court. Okay? So that is a huge thing. There's no photos or video allowed in federal court. So let's see if we could pick up after there. Now, what we really want to get to is this whole thing where the new guy, there's a guy who shot someone on behalf, who said they say K-Flock shot someone who shot him, and he's testifying against K-Flock. So let's see if we could. Let me see. Give me a second. This is right here. That's not it. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. Is this it? This might be it right here. Hold on. It's a little bit convoluted, but I got it for y'all. Don't worry. Okay. So this is day 3, which is yesterday. So the cooperator is Brockington. Now, I probably have to go here. I don't know if he has the majority of the stuff like in his Patreon or something like that. But essentially, there's a guy named Brockington, and I probably could Google about him a little bit more. Kevin Perez, K-Flock, Brockington. So let me give you a little update on what the fuck this is, okay? Here we go. Brockington. Okay. All right. So on March 11th, so police witnesses and cooperator Vance Brockington, and this is a guy. He's basically in court, and he's commenting on music videos, and he's basically summing up K-Flock's persona and K-Flock's actions in the street. He's also going to let you know how people know him. K-Flock. Now, if you're wondering who that is, right, it says his identity to reveal. They said the man cooperating against K-Flock is former man's, okay? It says this is this guy right here. So let's look. So there's a video of K-Flock slapboxing, and this is the guy, okay? Now, everybody knows in history, it's always your man's. And yeah, so this is his man's who supposedly got shot. K-Flock supposedly shot somebody because they shot his man's, and his man's is now testifying against K-Flock. Okay? It says the witness is Vance Brockington. Okay? Somebody says, just saw a grown man testify against my baby boy. This shit is crazy. Yeah, it says, AUSA says, did the other members of Seth Sides go to others' territory? The defense says objection. The judge says overruled. Brockington says yes. AUSA says, what is 4646 Park Avenue? Brockington says, we all chill and smoke there. And it says, okay, cooperating Vance Brockington on the stand is watching the OYK video on screen. It says, are those guns real? He says, yes, and I know. I got guns. Oh, my God. This nigga's snitching. Oh, shit. Let's look at this. OYK K-Flock. So, okay.
Have time on the beat.
You better put him on the news.
Okay. All right here. Okay. One thing about this nigga K-Flock, man, he could dance. He could shoot, he could do everything. Rap, everything. So I guess he's talking about those guns. Yeah, that nigga was getting sturdy like a motherfucker. Hey, ooh, hey, ooh, hey, 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 hey. I can't play this music. It's going to get flagged. Ooh, so basically his man's is saying, yeah, these are real guns. I forgot D-Thing and K-Flock at one point, Anyway. All right. So next thing. They say, have you spun the block? Now, a prosecutor asking this is crazy. He's talking in colloquial. Have you spun the block? Brockington say, yeah, 196 in Briggs. Before that, with Boo Boo. The judge says, did you say boom? No, he says boo. And the Insta shows GX 2393 says, don't give a fuck what he jacking. Okay? Now, this is, I guess, the picture of the Vance Brockington. And somebody else says, never been lost for words. Never been a lost for words type of nigga or put anything past any human. Okay. Okay. Let's see. I'll eventually get the transcript because, he's not putting everything on Twitter. So I'll eventually get the transcript to tell you exactly what Vance Brockington said. But for now, we just have to go off what Inner City Press has tweeted out. So here's the thing, and this is the thing that got everybody really like, oh, what the fuck? So it says, okay, after you got shot, so he's talking to Vance Brockington, who called you in the hospital? He says KK. KK means K-Flock, okay? Kevin Perez. He says, yo, we got you, bro. And the question then becomes, is KK the defendant? He says, yes. He was going to retaliate against who shot me. Okay? And by the way, there's a video of that guy getting shot on 626 in front of 4646 Park Avenue. And AUSA, which is the prosecutor, says, they did a shooting in retaliation for you? And Brockington says, yes, someone was grazed in the face. And the question was, you pled guilty to this? He says, yes. He says, did you see the defendant with a gun? So he said, did you see K Flock with a gun when the person got shot in the face or grazed in the face? And answer was, yes. He was arguing on live with somebody. Somebody says, a rival? He says, yes. A van was circling the block. So this is probably captured on live. Now we got to figure out another song to empty the clip. We got to figure out, Now we got to figure out a video of him getting shot is shown then. Then K Flock was arguing. Do y'all know which video? So it's a public video on YouTube. So they're saying minutes before K Flock and them shoot up somebody, they were on live arguing with someone. Do you know what's the name of that video, chat? Huh? K Flock arguing on live van. I was just say van. It says supposedly a van was whatever. Yeah, that nigga was always arguing on live. Is it this? K Flock. Yeah, this nigga, he was a wild boy right here. This is it. Wait, why can't I hear? Could y'all hear it? Why can't I hear it? My bad, that my lower computer turned off.
Yeah, I'll fuck it down, won't right. Catch Alvy, put him on his neck.
Yeah, this nigga's a wild boy, man. I ain't gonna hold you.
Gonna come through with you, nigga. Right there. Hey, what's up? Move back a little bit. They don't want to come out. Niggas is so.
What you doing, Bob? You see me going up, bro? What the fuck? This the shit I be talking about.
Look at this long shit.
Nah, this nigga was different.
Somebody tag K Flock. Somebody tag K Flock. What niggas know you on my block?
Okay, anyway. Somebody said go to Swayze ENT on Instagram. Swayze. Let's see. Okay, so we got the one. Here we go.
Now, of the various trials, I have to say, I was most struck yesterday by the K Flock / U.S. versus Kevin Perez trial about he's a drill rapper from Sev Side, either a gang or just a neighborhood name, 187th Street. He said Little Italy. We've been doing as best we can to live tweet it while juggling with other ones. Yesterday they had a cooperator on the stand who was pretty much, describing how, according to him, various gangs work, various gang turfs. They put up maps. I'm surprised by how much the government is actually using the music and music videos to make their proof. I don't agree with that. I think that there's it's not a question of First Amendment. It's just, if it's so clear, the RICO elements of the case, you really shouldn't need music and speech to do about it. But we'll see. We're going to be covering that. We're also covering on Inner City Press. Now, of the various trials, I have
So I said, for those asking about the U.S. versus Kevin Perez, K Flock, on the stand has been cooperating in a yellow prison jumpsuit. So if you're wondering why the person is testifying, it's not because he probably wants to tell. Well, probably because he does. I mean, because I guess you do make a choice. But the dude's incarcerated, so he's probably testifying for lesser, for leniency on whatever case he got. Maybe he got a murder case. Who knows? So again, when everybody got murder cases and everybody done shot people, not everybody's going to look at life in prison and be like, all right, well, this is what I signed up for. We'll catch y'all in the next lifetime. Some people are going to be like, all right, so if I tell on him, like, yo, could I get out in 10? Right? And it looks like that's what it's going to be. He said he's in a yellow prison jumpsuit slumping over behind a computer monitor in front of him. He dropped an F-bomb, and the prosecutor looked again. He blamed K for stirring up beefs. Wow. So he's blaming K Flock for stirring up the beef, which, by the way, that's a good narrative to say. All of these issues came from K Flock inciting people online. Now, I disagree. I guarantee these guys had issues already. The internet only added on to it. I'm not saying it didn't add on, but to solely blame the internet for problems, that seems like the cop-out. That's like people saying, I'm responsible for everybody who died in Chicago. Like, okay, maybe the coverage of what happened in Chicago like was something that gave heightened importance or heightened sensitivity to certain shit. But y'all blaming that the reason why y'all beefing is because the internet is crazy. You know what I mean? Just like how this guy's saying, okay, Flock. Well, I mean, he's saying stirring up beef. Well, but still, even then, right? Defense said just playing music can bring law enforcement here, blah, blah. Okay, we read that. He's also charged in, okay, we read that. Somebody said, okay, this was about, yeah, we read that. Okay, we read that.
We're about to cover, in fact, within a few short minutes, U.S. versus Kevin Perez, a.k.a. K Flock, a drill rapper from the Bronx, charged in a RICO case in which most of the other defendants have pled out.
And that's going to be very important. The reason why K Flock has not pled out is because under how he's been brought into the RICO, he's been brought into the RICO with a murder. Okay?
One of the prospective jurors said, I know his music, and he was knocked off. And one woman said she lives in Yonkers and has teenage kids, and so didn't think she could be fair because of the gang elements of the case.
I think we played this already.
The government is trying to use the music and lyrics as evidence. I don't know if they really should use that. If they have enough evidence, just do it, The idea of using the lyrics bothers me. Anyway, I'll be covering it in a few short moments.
Okay. What's this?
All right.
I don't know who that is. Okay, we're pretty much caught up. Okay. And the last thing would be day 4. Here we go.
And we're also covering K Flock. Here in Foley Square, actually, some of his supporters were filming day 1, day 2. Now we're further on. This guy, Vance Brockington, we did a little research. He's the cooperator in the case. He was yesterday on the stand. He said that he had been cooperating with NYPD, kind of as a snitch, not as a testifying witness.
What?
And then, this is the interesting part. He was recorded and sort of not set up. I mean, he was stealing crack, and they got him Washington Avenue, 186th Street. It's an area I know pretty well. They arrested him. He was presented in the Southern District Magistrates Court, which I cover closely, and then he disappeared. His docket went dormant. Just a number of continuances in the interest of justice, and then there was no. And we're also covering K Flock. Here in Foley Square, actually, some of his supporters. No guilty plea entered, but if he has pled guilty and faces mandatory minimum of 20 years, but to get out from under that, he's seeking the 5K1 letter by testifying. And he said, I think this bothered some people. One of the things he testified to is that he was shot, and that Kevin Perez, according again to Vance Brockington, said, "We got you, bro," and retaliated. Some people say it's particularly egregious to be cooperating for someone who, I don't know. You have to read it. We're following it, and we're covering it. But we're going in now to the courthouse because no guilty plea entered. But if he has pled guilty and faces mandatory minimum of 20 years, but to get out from under that.
Damn. Okay.
No guilty plea entered, but if he has pled.
Yeah, it goes to show, man. Don't shoot nobody for the nigga who shot your mans. Don't do retaliation, bruh. You do that, these niggas will make sure. Oh, let me do this right here. I think I'm valid. My bad, chat. I'm all over the place. Okay. Yeah, so it's very unfortunate, but I mean, I'm not surprised. Yo, at the end of the day, like, this idea that people in the streets are going to be selfless and live a life in prison, when you got to realize when all these guys are out, they're hanging out every day on the same blocks, same corners, they're slap boxing, they're this and third. Bro, you think they have that much fond memories of each other that when now they're locked up for years and they're going to be spending the rest of their lives, they're not even locked up with the same dudes. It's not like like, I think some people feel like you get locked up with your gang and it's like, all right, well, of course you should be loyal. You're supposed to. If y'all were all kicking it in the streets, when y'all go get locked up, that's why most people, like, if you ask me, I think that's one of the reasons you don't see GS9 together like that. Like, some people are going to be together, like, maybe they got family ties and shit like that, but you don't see them together like that. Nigga, they all went to different prisons. It was a lot of time and space that separated them. They probably tried their best to keep in contact, but a part of being incarcerated is separating the niggas who did the crime. They're not going to have, like, you're not with your mans. Like, you know what I mean? Your mans who you did the shooting with is not your bunkie. You're with the stranger and you're in some random like jail and in some random like, you know what I mean, wing of the jail or some random prison and your friend is not there. And after you've been there for a while, jail is meant to break you mentally. I could imagine it's like, yo, K-Flock's my man's, but like, yo, bro, if this is going to be my life and like, yo, shit, he's already cooked. Like, who knows? Maybe that's how the guy's thinking. Yo, K's already cooked. Let me just, shit, I got to live my life. So again, I know a lot of people want to believe that these things don't happen, but you know, it like what y'all saw in that ASAP Rocky case, and granted, I know Relly told, but you saw the other three dudes on ASAP Rocky's crew, Ills and 12V and whoever else was the ant or whatever, like they were standing by Rocky. Here's the reality about it. It's easy to stand by your mans when you're not charged with a crime. Of course, it's easy to stay loyal. It's easy to stay loyal to the bag when you're not charged. It's hard to stay loyal when you're facing 30 years or you're facing life and your man's is facing life. So his money, his status, how much you fuck with him don't matter because you ain't gonna see him again if you blow trial. Yeah, these guys start thinking about different ways on how they could come out. And that's the reality of it all. You get what I'm saying? Like, I would love for y'all to show me these examples of people who have stayed solid, went to jail for life, or if they're a witness, not told, and said, no, it's okay. I'll take this life imprisonment for my mans. Like, I'm not seeing that often these days. You get what I'm saying? Without the threat of some type of, you know, violence or intimidation or, yo, you know, if you do this, yo, your family got to move. Like, yo, we going to kill this. We going to do this. Blah, blah. Like, you know what I mean? People thinking about these other existential reasons that could kind of convince him to try to, like, keep up to a code. Bro, at the end of the day, like, who the fuck is taking 20 years for another man? Like, all these things y'all be even saying, like, yo, again, Bobby Schmurda was going to be in jail already. In a negotiated plea with the entire joint, he took 2 more years and he was only going to serve like 6-7 months of that 2 years based on, like, you know, the shortened time. Yeah. But I want y'all to show me, like people keep acting like this is shocking. I think this is a norm. Show me these examples of these people who say, I'm not going to tell and I'm going to go do 30 years and you can let that nigga go free. No, I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing people who, again, especially if they've been incarcerated. Don't tell me about the niggas who ain't charged. So if you ain't charged with nothing, there's no pressure on you to not tell on your mans. But if you're facing 30 and your mans is facing 30, that's when it actually matters, right? Because they have a reason to incentivize you to tell. You have a reason to tell to get some leniency. And that's when we're going to figure out your loyalty. If you're just some random witness, of course, it's easy to say, man, I don't see nothing. Yeah, you're not getting incarcerated. Nothing's happening to you. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. All right. Where are we with it, chat? Drama later. Okay, chat. I might wrap it for now. Chat. I think we finna come back at 9. Let's do that. I think we finna come back at 9. Unless is there any other big topics? Because again, I don't want to do too much topics. Because later on, I might have time to do maybe 2-3 topics, and then we're going Cardi mode, crash out, get drunk, and then I'll do obviously like a post listening party like conversation. But it's pretty much Cardi time. It's Cardi time. It's holiday. It's a holiday. Holiday season. Anyway. Nigga, if y'all think I'm not coming back, nigga, we're streaming Playboy Cardi tonight by hook or by fucking crook. All right, chat. I do love y'all. I will see y'all later. Give me a couple hours. I gotta set a bunch of stuff up. Also, Cardi requested that when I listen to the album, this is what he gave me extreme instructions. He says, He sounded like X a little bit, but X was a little bit different. X was like, could you listen to the album? This was 17, I think. He said, could you listen to the album in a dark room and like sit like Indian style? I was like, what? What are you talking about? X? Like, no, I'm not gonna listen to it. Cardi told me, when you listen to the album tonight, I need you to wear all black. And he said, just throw a Peli Peli on. I was like, what the fuck is a Peli Peli? But he was just like, you got a Peli Peli, right? And I was like, no. He's like, you don't have a Peli Peli. You need to throw a Peli Peli on. You need to, he's like, or at least just throw a do-rag on. Do-rag, Peli Peli. He said, or a black jersey. So that's his instruction. Black jersey, Peli Peli, everything got to be black, and just a do-rag or something. So that's Cardi's instructions. King Vamp is telling us what it's going to be. Let's see. You feel what I'm saying? Let's see. That's what he told me to do. Should I listen? Overly trim. Yo, chat. When I get back on next time, it's gonna be. So I'm getting on. I'm gonna just put 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. I'm gonna get on. 9 o'clock. We're doing 9 o'clock. By hook or by crook, 9 o'clock. I'm gonna be on either Rumble or maybe 9, 10. I'm on everything. Here's the thing. We ain't trying to do too much topic. I'm leaking everything because it's pretty much gonna be less than 60 minutes. I'm leaking every fucking thing at that point. All right. I'm giving it like 10 hours. So at that point, I'm leaking everything. All right. I'm gonna call Cardi sometime during the day. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, bet. Got you? You want me to throw in the Cardi thong? Like where I gotta go get that from it's Rick Owens. Yo, if Rick Owens send me a Cardi thong before, I'm playing, bro. Come on, stop the fucking cap, my nigga. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. I'm trying to be Cardi, not Mike. I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna be a movie tonight, man. It's a movie. And you know what's so good? I didn't even get too drunk. I thought I was gonna get too drunk during this, but I hit topics today. So we did 4 hours of topics. I like that. 4 hours of topics. I know I'm still missing out on a couple of topics. Am I missing out on any big topics? Hold on. If I'm missing out on any big topics, I might cover it now. Other than that, we're doing it later. Hey, if you're following and watching this, please subscribe to this channel. This is where we're listening to Cardi Listening Party is going to be on this channel. Hit the subscription button right motherfucking now. I'm coming back at 9 o'clock. I'm telling you, if I can find a Peli Peli, I'm going to find it. I think, I'm going to holla at a homegirl. I'm going to get some mascara. Should I do the fingernail polish? We got to be overly trimmed tonight. I got to do the, you know what I mean? Look. Hold on. Here we go. Nigga, this is going to be us right here. Drewski. It was definitely the Cardi skit. Look. This is going to be me.
All right, so I'm here with my boy today, man.
Demure.
I ain't gonna lie, you got that shit on, my boy. What you wearing, man?
Super cool, chill, calm fit, flared out, Balenci. This is like the summer collection that they had. PSD undies. I went crop on those as well. Went Prada on the boots.
Prada on the
super
boots.
cool handbag by Louis Vuitton. It's one of the one-of-one collection.
For sure.
So K Flock, man, I low-key feel bad for K Flock because I think he's a product of his environment. You know, he was spinning on IG Live. He used to go on IG Live to spin on people. He's probably one of the biggest drill rappers. You could call him a pioneer for the New York drill. Like the different type of drill, not the pop smoke drill, the other type, just dissing. And man, it's crazy. I mean, I don't know what to say about K Flock. Hopefully everything gets better for him, but all we could do is pray. And man, he was really spinning though, bro. So this is what comes with it. So hey man, it's your boy Big Act News. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.